Chairman of the Chaos.
Do is make money, I don't do shit else. Wake up, count racks, and I count that again. Broke boys talking, I don't hear what they say. Got your bitch on my line, she just want what I spend. All I do is make money, I don't do shit else. Middle finger up, yeah, fuck how you feel. If it ain't by the bag, I don't pick up this cell. Stack it up, flip it quick, I've been living too well. Walking, drip loud, hope it disrespectful. Talking about money, little boy, that's my schedule. I don't got time for no broke ass lecture. You counting opinions, I'm counting extra. New chain coat, make your neck feel jealous. I don't say please, I just say send it. Make it count look like a goddamn fetish. Everyday payday, I meant that I said it. You flex online, that shit look pretending. I just hit deposit, that shit never ending. You worry about me, I ain't worried about nothing. I spent your rent on some dumb shit for fun, yeah. All I do is make money, I don't do shit else. Wake up, count racks, then I count that again. Broke boys talking, I don't hear what they say. Got your bitch on my line, she just want what I spend. All I do is make money, I don't do shit else. Middle finger up, yeah, fuck how you feel. If it ain't about the bag, I don't pick up the cell. Stack it up, flip it quick, I've been living too well. Hey, petty as fuck, yeah, I'm flexing on purpose. Bought the same chain twice just to make them feel worthless. You saving receipts, I'm just buying for fun. You waiting on checks, I got 10 of them coming. Bitch said she love me, I told her I doubt it. You love how I spin, yeah, don't talk around it. I'm lit every day, I ain't asked for permission. I'm breaking the bank and I'm making new digits. Too many commas, I'm losing account. You making excuses, I'm making accounts. I walk in the room and it's quiet as hell, cause everybody know I've been ringing a bell. Money on my mind, I don't sleep right. If it ain't a bag, it don't feel right. You broken, you loud, that don't seem right. I'm rich and I'm rude, yeah, that's me, right? All I do is make money, I don't do shit else. Wake up, count racks, then I count that again. Broke boys talking, I don't hear what they say. Got your bitch on my line, she just want what I spend. All I do is make money, I don't do shit else. Middle finger up, yeah, fuck how you feel. If it ain't about the bag, I don't pick up the cell. Stack it up, flip it quick, I've been living too well.
Oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, mother, brother. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Matt Kohrs Show, where it seems as if today we're going to be looking at new all-time highs. Congrats to everyone who survived yesterday, the FOMC chaos leading into the insanity of earnings, where we heard from the likes of Amazon, Alphabet, Meta, Google, Ford, Qualcomm, Chipotle. Then this morning we heard from Caterpillar, Eli Lilly, MasterCard, setting us up for tonight, where we're going to be hearing from Apple, SanDisk, and Reddit, and then tomorrow Chevron, Exxon, and then next week we have more of the high-flying blue chip tech stocks. As all of this is happening, obviously we have big movement in the world of monetary policy. Just yesterday we heard from the FOMC, the Fed interest rate decision, that the Fed fund rate not going to be changed. It was at 3.5%. It's going to stay at 3.5%. But what was more interesting than that was pretty well telegraphed, pretty well predicted, was we had the largest descent ever seen since 1992. We're talking about last century, folks. That's the last time we had a descent as big as we had in the most recent Fed interest rate decision. What was the descent? Not necessarily about what to do with the Fed fund rate in the month of April, but more so of the verbiage and the positioning of the Fed moving forward of are rate cuts expected or not. Yes, some of the members of the board wanted to be presented as if the market should be anticipating Fed rate cuts, while other members are saying, no, our base case is actually going flat. If you look at the market right now, call sheet, poly market, these event-based markets, the resolution of this whole thing is basically that the most likely outcome as of this moment where people are putting their money is that there's going to be no Fed change this entire year. The second most likely outcome is one rate cut of 25 bips. So instead of being at 3.5%, we'll probably be at 3.25. So that's how things currently are. Obviously, the situation is dynamic. Many things can easily change. I just want to give you kind of a recap of what happened with the Fed yesterday. We have a little bit more drama. Basically, Powell is pulling a Leonardo DiCaprio from Wolf of Wall Street where I ain't going anywhere. So I want to be breaking that one down. We have some related information this morning, such as inflation, PCE, GDP, initial jobless claims. We're going to be covering that. And then obviously a whole host of earnings where I kind of want to quickly go through them individually. We have some winners. We have some losers. Unfortunately, one of the big losers is the one that I thought was going to be a big winner. So I want to get into that. But obviously, there's a lot of time left in the game today. Not so much this month. It is the final trading day of April. A little bit time left this week, but I think the next quarter or two, obviously more of that medium-term swing trading could be real exciting. First off, thank you guys for all the good vibes yesterday. I think we're going to have some really good vibes this morning. I've already made $80,000 in pre-market trading. I'm going to be breaking that down for you. I'm going to be showing you the trades. I'm going to give you my thought process. I love doing these live breakdowns. Obviously, everyone in the Discord saw it. I was streaming my entire setup, my screen, so they saw my trades, my risk management. But yes, you heard me right. Already locked in $80,000 trading the NQ futures contract, the NASDAQ futures contract this morning. So I want to break that down, show you the state of my account, and we're on the redemption tour. This is day 4 of the redemption tour. I am in my Taylor Swift era. So we're going to keep on this redemption tour until I'm getting back to not only having a full slate of funded accounts, but I also want to start getting those payouts or getting at least into a position where I can take those payouts. So the redemption tour, it's still going on. It might end well. It might not end well. I just want to keep you guys informed, honest, transparent about the entire situation. Honestly, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, between those 4 days, your boys spent a lot of money on evals. We're talking anywhere between $10,000 and $15,000. My credit card bill is hurting right now, but one solid payout, and we've already paid off that bill. So we're going to see how it goes. We're going to see how it goes today. Folks, thank you for joining me at the butt crack of dawn. If you haven't already, don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications. All that type of engagement really does help the AI algorithm overlords in the world of Rumble and YouTube to support this video, to promote it to other people who might care. Did you get the payout from Apex? No, trust me. You will know. Like, I'm going to take out an ad at this point in the Wall Street Journal when I finally get paid. But right now, I'm still waiting. What is this, week 12, week 13? It's been a minute. Where I'm bummed out about it is I've just had no communication with the company. I understand that this could definitely take a lot of time. I'm seeing other people with legacy accounts where the payouts are taking a while. It sounds like the company is just really busy with the new accounts, new systems, KYC, AML. I understand how it could take time. And maybe this is a little bit of an ego thing. Maybe this is a little bit of a hubris thing. But I thought being probably the last person to ever get $1 million payout from Apex, I thought that would put me in a position where, like, maybe I had specialized communication. I thought there would be a lot more of a two-way street here. Instead, it's more of a one-way street where it's me saying, hey, where's the Apex or the payout? And I get no response. Hey, where's the payout? And I get no response. Hey, where's the payout? And I get no response. So once again, that's probably internal ego. Maybe it's my own hubris that I have to take care of. Could be, but I did think that type of trading performance would somehow I don't know, afford me maybe a couple specialty lines of communication with someone very high up at the company, maybe even with the CEO himself. But obviously, that's where ego and hubris get you. Sometimes you might think you're a big fish, and then you realize that you're not even close to being a guppy. So it's just where I'm at. Lawyer up? No, I don't think that's appropriate at all. Like, I understand it takes time. Like, I get it as a person running a business, much smaller than the business of Apex. I understand it can take time, and the game is just being patient. It's being patient. I was honest, open, and transparent with you folks since day one, and I'm going to continue to do that. I'm going to keep you informed of the entire situation. But when my accounts got frozen, I want to say on February 3rd, maybe February 5th. So let's just call it February 6th. From February 6th till now, I have the same information you guys do. I'm just waiting. Nothing has changed. I'm just at the point, like the one thing, and this is maybe not ego or hubris, but maybe just my own anxiety. I would just love an update of, hey, like, because when it takes this long, you start to second guess yourself of like, did they lose my case? Like, is no one looking into it? Did it somehow fall through the cracks and no one's reviewing it? I just wish I had an official update that was saying, yes, we are reviewing it, because then I'd be able to sleep a little bit easier. Because obviously when 3 months pass, you start to like really question. You're like, did they forget about me? That's my only thing is like, I wish I had some sort of official update that was saying, yes, your case is being reviewed. But once again, coming back to the ego hubris thing, they probably have tens of thousands of cases of payouts. I don't think there's any at my level in terms of financials, but there are probably tens of thousands of legacy payouts that still need to be paid. So it always circles back to me and my own ego thinking I'm in a specialty position when I'm really not in a specialty position, because whether they owe you $1 or $1 million, I bet everyone's like, hey, yeah, I wish they would do it. Did you email them? I put in a support ticket, didn't get a response from it. So, I mean, if I had to bet the $1 million that they're looking into my case, yes, I bet the $1 million they're looking into my case. Like, I don't think it's likely they forgot about it because it is a record-breaking payout type of a situation. So it's just all me. It's internal. It's in my brain of just trying to deal with the anxiety as I'm waiting for this. And obviously, certain weeks are good and I don't think about it at all. Then there's other weeks where I spend a lot of my credit card bill and I'd be like, wow, it'd be really, really nice to have this payout right now. But once again, to make my thoughts clear, it's patience. I understand from the viewpoint of Apex, Matt Kohrs, am nothing special. From my viewpoint, of course, like I said, very egotistical. You see the world through your lens and you're like, dude, how are they not looking into it? It's me, it's my money. But I could see it from their viewpoint of we're operating a multi-billion-dollar business and you're smaller than a guppy to us. So I'm trying to put myself in their specific situation, and I understand that what's really important to me might not be important to them, like, at all. Patience, that's all it is. I do believe if I am patient enough and don't spaz out and spiral out and start talking shit, I think it's going to work. I'm actually really confident that it'll be fine. It's just like trading where you have to be patient for the right setup. I think this is just another exercise in extreme patience. So that's all it is. Doesn't Apex have a payout cap? How in the world would they pay you $1 million? They do for the new accounts, but I got this, the $1 million on the legacy accounts, which is part of the issue. So the new accounts are paying out almost instantaneously. I'm seeing reports of people getting paid out within a couple minutes. There's a big difference between the new accounts and then the old legacy accounts. And I think that's actually from a technical perspective, I think that's part of the issue. So to be clear, if you buy an Apex account now and do well on the eval and then do well on the funded, you're probably going to get paid out within minutes. Like I said, there's a lot of nuances to this of like why it is happening. So it's the legacy. They are waiting for you to trash them so they don't pay you. Well, if they're waiting on that, they're going to be waiting a while because I'm not going to trash them. I still really like what Apex means for the industry. I like what they mean for me. I like the fact that you could have 20 accounts. I like that they have the new end of day drawdown ones. Like, I'm not going to trash them because I get it from the business, and I'm trying to be honest and mature with myself of like, okay, Matt, don't let your ego start writing checks that you can't really cash. So day in and day out, I just need to remind myself to not let my ego, my hubris take over. I need to be patient, and it just is what it is. But the legacy accounts also have a payout cap of $3,000 per account. That's not true. Not after you get 5 payouts. And once again, you could go to my YouTube channel, not the Matt Kohrs Show, just Matt Kohrs. It's also up on Rumble. You can see I already got the 5 payouts. So I did the $30K, or no, how much was I getting? I don't even remember at this point. It was $2K times 15. Yeah, $30K. So I got 5 payouts of $30K. And then after payout number 5, you can do an uncapped payout. But once again, I mean, the fact that you're questioning that now, that's a little weird when the rules are pretty well known. But then I also have an entire video series and an entire stream series and an entire saga of Twitter updates. I was every single day updating every single person who was paying attention. Daily transparent Twitter posts, daily streams where you saw all the trading. And then also I did like weekly and monthly recap videos. So there's videos, there are live streams, and there are Twitter posts. So it's one of those things like that's a nuance rule, but after 5 payouts, the payout max gets uncapped, which is why I'm in the position of waiting for my $1 million payout. And the payouts right now in Apex are still uncapped. You just have to get to a live account. So you still go eval, and then you go to funded, and then on live. So eval is just passing the eval. When you get to funded, it is capped, but you get payouts. If you do well enough, they push you to live. And then once you go to live, it is once again uncapped. Is how it goes. Thanks for the honesty, Matt. I've learned so much from the streams. Miss the AMC GameStop days. I don't miss those days at all because it was a train that was running into the side of a cliff. And as much as I would sit there and scream, hey, folks, the train ride right now is awesome. It's fun. We're on the party train. Just remember that we're running into a cliff, so you got to get off. Don't overstay your welcome. And there were too many people saying, no, man, I love this party. I'm not going to get off the train. So as much as the train ride of AMC and GME, that rocket was a very fun ride, I have mixed feelings on it because I know a lot of people were just not listening to basic advice, such as get your stop at break even, use a trailing stop loss. But in terms of content and the excitement, I mean, folks, obviously, I guess coming back to this statement of ego and hubris and all that good jazz. I miss the days of streaming to 40 to $50,000 people concurrently. I mean, in the peak of it, January, February, I guess all the way up until June, our average viewership was 40,000 people at any moment in time. And I think at one point we topped out at 88, 89, 90,000 people concurrently. So on the social media side, once again, like I could admit, like that's a pretty percentage-wise, it's a fall off. I understand in the world of streaming, especially in financial streaming, I'm still a top 3 streamer in the world. But of course, you always compare yourself to the best you ever were. And the best I ever was 90,000 people at once, an entire stadium of people watching me do and say and behave in the dumbest fucking ways ever. Prediction, Matt Kohrs $2 million payout in Apex in 2027. I would hope. I mean, I hope this $1 million payout, I mean, it's a cool record to be broken. I'll be the first person to have streamed making $1 million, like just completely publicly, free stream, everything like that. Obviously, people in the past have made $1 million. I'm saying I was the first person to do it live streaming to everyone day in and day out. So that's a cool record to have, but obviously I want to set my sights higher. You go from 1 million, then you want to hit 2.5, you hit 2.5, then you want to hit 5. So we'll see. Who was the one guy named who wore a Batman mask? I have no idea. Someone wore a Batman mask. I must have missed that one. They suck for not paying you sooner. I don't think so. Obviously, on my side of it, it's frustrating. Of course, who wouldn't want the money? But you have to understand, think about how things have played out. So my accounts were frozen in February. A week or two later, they rolled out a brand new website, a brand new fraud detection system. Then they had issues with influencers scamming the system, Brian Stonk. Then that led to new types of accounts. Now they're actively trying to release like the live. And it's still relatively, in terms of the personnel, the amount of people working there, it is a smaller company, like just the amount of people who are there. Obviously, it's a $1 billion company. It's a very large company, but it's not like there's that many employees. So I think I honestly got unlucky with just doing the request at the worst time. I think there were a succession of things that had much higher priority than my personal payout. And that's why you're just now seeing people get the payouts from the legacy accounts. So just kind of reading the tea leaves, it seems like the payouts are starting to like trickle in from those legacy accounts. And I think once again, with patience, it'll be there. So not really kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to sound like I'm coming up with excuses with them. I'm just trying to be transparent about the whole process, the way it was. But like I do retroactively now, it's kind of clear to me of why it could have possibly taken this long, just because so many things was happening with the show. Who are the other top 2 financial streamers? Probably right now, the other one that's like within our league, and he's currently bigger than me, but the peak, he was nowhere near my peak, is Patrick Whelan. He's probably the other person. It's probably, I mean, if you count just YouTube numbers, he's bigger than me. If you count YouTube and Rumble, we're roughly equivalent. But obviously, he's on his upswing, while previously I was getting hit, and now I just kind of go flat type of a deal. But in terms of people who stream, that's it. There's another guy who's not really an active trader, Amit Investing. That's more for financial fundamental analysis type of a thing. So he's not an active trader, but I count him still because he's like somewhat within the space. But he's not an active trader. That's more of like fundamental breakdowns type of a thing. Have you reached to them? Yeah, but I haven't gotten a response. But anyway, on that note, we don't have much time. We very, very quickly burned a lot of time. So appreciate the conversation, but let me quickly do my job and get you guys prepped up for the day. If you don't mind, stock futures rise, boosted by strong earnings and a decline in oil prices. So right now, the SPY, we are talking about a potential new all-time high. The current all-time high is 7178, 7179. And if you look at pre-market trading, we're trading at 7172. So we are literally right here. We're just below the all-time high. We are looking at the new all-time high today. If you look at the NASDAQ, also super strong. Google had good earnings. Microsoft's was mixed. Meta's was obviously down pretty bad. So we have a lot of earnings to talk about. But just to give you a recap of yesterday, war set to inherit a Fed that looks ready to fight rates. Remember, the biggest descent since 1992. The Fed board is not in unanimous agreement of what should be happening with the Fed fund rate. Powell won't leave. The Fed won't cut. Warsh will have to deal with both. The situation that is being handed to Warsh is kind of a tough one, really, because of what Trump has been doing. Obviously, using the DOJ to put pressure on Powell, because Trump, at least on the public level, was not happy what Powell was doing with interest rates. In reality, I think he knows that actually Powell did a legitimately good job, but whatever. Trump is going to say what Trump is going to say, and then he's going to have a bunch of followers who don't know anything about the economy or monetary policy who are just going to blindly agree with him. And if you listen to Powell yesterday, literally he's only still there because of this investigation, which is kind of a funny catch-22, because Trump wanted him gone so badly, but now he's only staying because of what Trump has been doing. This dude would have definitely been already retired. Why Powell is right to stay on the Fed, or right at the Fed? Well, it's to give it some reasonable checks and balances. Obviously, these banana republics, all these underdeveloped economies, one of the hallmarks of some shenanigans going on is political pressure on your central bank to do certain things, when really the central bank should just be doing what the central bank thinks is best. It should be a non-political organization. So why is Powell staying there? Well, right now, especially with the DOJ, in a certain sense, Trump is weaponizing it. My biggest guess is the second he steps down, when I say he, I mean Jerome Powell, that all this DOJ stuff is just going to disappear. I bet you overnight the cases are going to be dropped, which in a certain sense is going to be kind of bolstering the argument that, yeah, Trump was attempting to weaponize it. Talking about Iran, Supreme Leader vows Iran won't give up nuclear technologies. All right, that's not the best look. As Hormuz traffic stalls, U.S. pitches a new coalition to get ships moving again. So because of that update, that's exactly why we're seeing oil take a dive from, what was it, about 109 down to 104. So prices are still elevated, but on a relative basis, obviously, we're getting a bit of a breather. This morning, 8:30 a.m., we got this announcement. Core inflation rate hit 3.2% in March. As expected, GDP grew 2% in the first quarter. The GDP number was a little bit suspect because we were expecting 2.2, came in at 2. So the economy not growing as much as you would think that it should. Initial jobless claims, they were good, coming in lower than expected. And then PCE, the core PCE higher than expected. And then if you look at the headline, it was at expectation. So even though the market's going up, arguably some of these reports at 8:30 weren't that good. They were neutral, leaning bearish, but hey, the market seemingly doesn't care because we are in earnings season. We just heard from Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Google, Ford, Qualcomm, Chipotle. This morning, Caterpillar, Eli Lilly, and MasterCard. Today, after the market closes, Apple, SanDisk, Reddit. And then Friday, to wrap up the week and kick off the month of May, Chevron and Exxon. And here's the TLDR that you need to know. U.S. big tech ratchets up AI spending past $700 billion this year. Meta stock drops on quarterly results as internet disruptions in Iran drag down user numbers. Beyond this, they also announced that they're going to be increasing their CapEx, as in their capital expenditures, and the market clearly not liking it because Meta dropping from 669 to 621, down 7%. I have a feeling that this dip is going to be bought, maybe not today, but I still think Meta is a strong long-term hold. The opposite end of this, Alphabet up 2026 CapEx to as much as $190 billion, expects to significantly increase in 2027. So this is the tale of two cities, I suppose. Google announces they're increasing their CapEx. Market loves it. Meta announces that they're increasing their CapEx, and the market absolutely hates it. So pretty much the same story of we're getting more into AI and stocks reacting completely differently. Microsoft calls for $190 billion in 2026 capital spending on soaring memory. So here's your third option of just no reaction at all. So pretty much all very similar vibes. Microsoft flat, Meta down, Google up. And they all kind of said the same thing. I know not exactly, for example, Meta did have lower user revenue because of, I guess, outages in Iran. But the generic vibe of it is all of them are spending more money to be more of a serious player in AI. And you get all three reactions. One's up, one sideways, and one is down. Amazon earnings beat expectations with strong cloud growth. And then actually a big winner, Qualcomm. Qualcomm shares soared 16% on CEO comments about China orders, hyperscaler customers. So QComm crushing it. QComm right here, up 9.9%. Nice technical breakout. Not long ago, we were at 137. We're now trading at 171. Switching up gears, Ford raises 2026 guidance as $1.3 billion tariff refund assists in offsetting higher costs. Chipotle posts surprise same-store sales growth, and early sign chain could be breaking its slump. That was all last night. Fast forward to this morning. Caterpillar profit beats on construction and power growth. This is a monster. Cat hitting an all-time high a couple days ago on April 23rd. That was around, 846. Now we're gapping up to a new all-time high. Merck beats sales estimates amid demand for newer drugs. And then Eli Lilly blows past quarterly estimates, hikes outlook as Zepbound and Monoro, whatever the fuck that drug's for, sales skyrocket. Though it's not earnings, it's one of the most interesting drama-fueled stories right now. Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Tesla versus OpenAI. They are suing each other, and it's more specific to OpenAI. In fact, it has nothing to do with Tesla, but they're suing each other, or Elon is suing OpenAI about the switch of being a nonprofit business into a profit business. And right now, the odds are favoring Elon to win, which means that OpenAI could suffer a hit of $134 billion. Billionaire says OpenAI co-founder Sam Altman wasn't honest about nonprofit mission. And if you look at some of the testimony, if you look at some of the documents that are already from day one, remember this started 2 days ago, jury selected yesterday, and we got rocking. him, and Elon is crushing it in court. The lawyer, you can read it. I don't want to bore you with all the details, but right now there's a very clear reason why the odds of Elon's victory are skyrocketing, and you can check out Kohrs and Polymarket. Very quickly before the market opens, if you haven't already, subscribe to the newsletter, 100% free. mattkohrs.locals.com. 100% free. It's in the description of the video. Recently, I've been getting some DMs and some emails of how do I get to the newsletter. Once again, mattkohrs.locals.com. It's in the description of the video. It's 100% free. Sign up for the newsletter. You don't need a coupon code or anything like that. Sign up for the newsletter. And that actually brings me to the seasonality for today. Today, Thursday, leaning bearish. The bulls win it 75% of the time, which is good odds, but when the bears win it, they win it with greater size, which is why it's slightly leaning bearish. And on that note,
Dingity ding ding ding. Oh, golly.
dingity ding ding ding, the world's largest casino is now open. Best of luck to all. Play responsibly, and if not, have fun. Market open gap fill alert. There's a gap fill down to yesterday's high at 7146. Once again, there is a gap down on SPX to yesterday's high at 7146. If you're looking for it on SPY, it is 71220. If you're looking for it on QQQ, it is 66172. If you're looking for it on the Russell, it does not exist. So there are downside gap fills. Actually, there's 3 of them, but there's a close one on SPX, SPY, QQQ, and then also on NDX. So the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ all have downside gap fills to yesterday's high. Now, I want to remind you, the odds of this getting filled are very, very, very high. Yes, we could easily fill that today. And even if we fill it, that doesn't mean we're bearish. I mean, if you look at momentum, the 5 minutes going to have to crack to obviously get that gap fill, but the 10 minute and the 30 minute can easily stay bullish. If you look at the NASDAQ, yes, the 5 minutes going to have to crack and go bearish to get the downside gap fill. 10 probably will as well, but the 30 minute could hold. This honestly might just be a little bit of a reversion back to the 30 minute 50 EMA, the 30 minute 50 EMA. We clean up the chart, we get the downside gap fill. Once again, the downside gap fill is just to the high from yesterday. It's a literal gap in the chart. If you've never heard of this term of a gap fill before, I'm talking about, see how there's a literal gap between today's low and yesterday's high. There's an actual gap in the chart right here. You could see it. There's a real gap. So people like to play for the gap to get filled. Now, obviously, you might be thinking, but why does that have good odds? Well, the theory is the market likes to test untested areas of supply and demand. So maybe that's part of the reason. But whatever it is, all you need to know from the world of Bayesian probabilities, conditional probabilities, or to say that in layman's terms, in terms of stats related to the market, gaps are commonly filled on the very next trading day. And if you look at the next 2 trading days, there's in excess of an 85% chance of it getting filled. Now, just because it's very high odds doesn't mean you want to always play it. For example, we have a gap from April 13th to the 14th right here that's never been filled. We have a gap from the 7th to the 8th that's never been filled. So sometimes you have news-related gaps that just have less odds of getting filled. And for example, between the 7th and the 8th, it was pretty much the announcement from Trump that the Iran situation is taken care of. Now, is it actually taken care of? No, but the market is pricing in the fact that it is. So certain times when you have big news, it might be something that you don't necessarily want to play. But on a day like today, there's in excess of 75, 78% chance that we in fact get this downside gap fill. Once again, on the SPY, 71220, on the Qs, 661.72. Google had earnings. We are hitting a new all-time high. Meta had earnings, and it is completely vomiting. Avago did not have earnings, but it's looking really good. Google is crushing it, up 7.5%. Nvidia's break even, Bitcoin's at 76. Hang on, let me clean up these charts. And then I'm going to show you options flow very quickly. Let me get you guys all this information. Let's do this. Hero. Let's do this. Hero. We are vomiting for that downside gap fill. And then once we get that downside gap fill, if you're playing it, obviously congrats to you, because that's turning into a really good play right out of the gate. But for me, the party starts after the gap fill. And we are getting close. We're slowly but surely getting there. In the bottom left of your screen, the Qs are very, very close, actually about to hit it, or they got within a couple cents. The SPY has a bit more distance to go. So if you're thinking about buying the current dip, my advice, and hey, do what you want, would just literally be to wait to get the gap fill. Why buy here when there's high odds that we're going to the high from yesterday? Even the Qs haven't technically hit it yet. So of course, at any moment, crazy stuff could happen. It's not like there's a rule that it has to get filled. We're just playing the odds of the market. So I'm not going to be chasing it down to that level, because if you already missed your entry. You should have probably, based on the current action, you should have probably been in earlier today. So for me, patience. The S&P 500 was popping into that. Now it's starting to sell off. The Mag 7 is straight up selling off. Looking at the NASDAQ, it's just kind of going flat. Looking at the key levels of the day, there's huge support at 7150. That is no surprise whatsoever, because guess what? The downside gap fill is 7145. So of course people are going to be playing it, the downside gap fill. It's a slight overshoot. Or I guess I should really say that this node is a little bit higher up, but they're just playing the closest key psychological level. So no surprise that the biggest gamma strike of the day is roughly aligned with the downside gap fill. They're in at 150. Downside gap fill is 7146. So it's 146 versus 150. So plus or minus, I guess, 4 points of a little bit of wiggle room there. So watching this, if we bounce up, you want the recovery of 7170, and then you could play basically 7200. So look for the bounce there, or at 7130, bearish target, bullish target. So whether you're bullish or bearish, you should have your case laid out where all the big money's at. Did we just get it? I think we just got it. We got the downside gap fill on the Qs. So the downside gap fill on the Qs is taken care of. Congrats to everyone in chat who played it. It's also taken care of on NDX. Out of my own curiosity, how many of you played the downside gap fill? I mean, if you played it on the NASDAQ, that was a beautiful play. I mean, let's say you arbitrarily played it out of the gate, 490 down to 320. That's 170 points. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money if you played that on NQ. So once again, just like I said, Adam, Mike, how many of you guys played the gap fill? It's, to be fair, it still hasn't hit on SPY. We are still waiting for that to play out. It got really close. I'm still personally don't think that this is the best time to buy the dip, because we got real close. We got down to 7146.9, but the gap fill is 7145.63. So still waiting for that. A little bit of buyers coming in. I think this is a little bit of a fake out. I think there is still just statistically a likely chance that we're hitting 7, 12, 20 on SPY. So I'm personally not going to get tricked into this one. Not going to get tricked into buying this bounce quite yet. Had both of them filled their downside gap, maybe I would do it. But honestly, on a day like today, I forgot to tell you guys, I already crushed it this morning. I annihilated it this morning. What you're seeing in the screen in front of you is my trades from before the market opened. I made about $80,000. So if you were watching the post-market close stream yesterday, you know, on my FFN accounts, I lost 1.6K. Well, not only did I make that back, but I made that back with some change. So I lost 1.6 yesterday, making 3K back. And the only reason I stopped there was because of the consistency rule. On Legends, I thought I was going to be able to request yesterday because I had 7 days of a $200 profit, but I didn't realize that it was counting the profit from the period, not your total profit. So I don't have enough profit in the period, and now I made it. So now I do have enough profit in the period, but I messed up the consistency. So I need to trade decently well on Legends for at least 2 more days to be able to do a request there. I wanted to show you this, the MFFs. I can now convert them over to funded accounts. So I just wanted to show you guys that I pass it, but pass it, 159, 159, 159, 159, 159. So made the 4.5 multiplied by the 5. Question for you guys on the MFF Rapids. Someone yesterday on Twitter said, Matt, why are you trading 5? You're only allowed to have 3 of those accounts in a funded manner. Is that true? Can anyone, I'm brand new to MFF. I'm just trying to see if I like them or not. For people who are trading MFF, is it true that you can only have 3 rapid accounts, funded rapid accounts? Can someone give me a thumbs up or thumbs down on that piece of information? That is true. Ricardo of something of Onseca is saying that you can only have 3 of those. Okay, so I think I can only upgrade 3, but I wanted to do that. Well, first I wanted to show you. Take profit, I maxed it out 4.5K, but I still need 3 more trading days. These take profits, I just needed a scalp trade. I think today's either the last day or I need to do one more tomorrow or something like that, maybe one on Monday. So scalp trade there, max that one out. And then obviously Tradeify maxed those out. They have 40%, so you're not allowed to exceed 3.6. So literally everything you see on the screen in all of its capacity is fully maxed out. The only thing I could possibly do right now is buy brand new accounts with a brand new form or upgrade 3 of these MFFs and trade them as funded. Other than that, I've literally already maxed it out. And then if you guys are curious about the trades that I took, I'll just show you on the 7 PV, but I just basically was copy trading. But let me just show you indicators, show trades. Where is show trades? Right here. Just to kind of show you, I built this indicator myself. I just want to kind of show you what I actually did this morning right here. These were my plays. So the early bird gets to ride the worm. I got in at 705 for one contract, rode that all the way up until we had a little bit of a breakdown and locked in 75.5 points, aka $1.5 thousand. Then I saw the fake out breakdown, what I thought was a fake out breakdown, added in another contract. Then I saw another fake out breakdown, added in another contract. I'm already up with 1.5K. I'm playing momentum. I'm playing the direction. I am using the house's money at this point. Get in one, get in another, lock in one at a previous high, lock in another one. And I could have kept riding it, yes, but remember, I was intentionally capping myself at 3K. So as soon as I saw 3K, I was like, okay, time for me to get out. So 1,500, 1,000, and then 1,100, and then 400. 3 separate trades, money, locking in the 3K. Obviously, slightly different with some of these other accounts. Like if you look at this was just one straight up 2K trade in at 705, maxed it out, hit 2K. Like I said, I could have kept it going, but I just was going for 2K. If you want to see the Tradeifys, all the trades are pretty similar. Had a winning trade, had a losing trade, added quite a few at the bottom there. So made the 1.5, lost 800, made 500, made 1,400, made 1,000. So basically played the pop, waited for the pullback, added in here, kept it going. And then the final one, I guess, would be this, just right here, same thing as the Tradeify. Had the winning trade, a losing trade, added, and then got out exactly where I was maxing out the account. So just wanted to show you that I do pride myself on being as transparent as I possibly can about all of this stuff. So the trade started at 7 a.m. Everyone in the Discord saw it. I just saw a good momentum opportunity. To be completely honest with all of you, I thought it was going to get knocked at VWAP. So right here, when I went long at 705, when it broke at 710, I was shocked. I thought this was going to be a play that I ride from 86 up to 402. I thought this was going to be a 10 to 15 point trade. I thought this was it. But when it popped and then I saw that this low right here at 715 was a higher low above VWAP and it was holding, I just set my stop to break even and I rode it as long as I possibly could. So I was definitely, this one ended up being a lot better than I thought it was ever going to be, especially on that recovery of VWAP. So those were all the trades I took. That's how I already made $80,000 this morning. And literally, I've maxed out every account I can possibly trade right now. The only other thing I could do, as I've already mentioned, is either buy brand new accounts or upgrade these 3 of these MFFs. And we might as well just do the upgrade right now, just in case I see an opportunity. So I just wanted to show that to you. Okay, upgrade. Congratulations, that is upgraded. Right, so I upgraded 1. So you're telling me I can only do 3. 34. You're right. Can I get confirmation on this? Am I missing this pop? All right. Did we get the gap fills on everything? We did. Gap fill on the S&P 500, gap fill on the NASDAQ. Congrats to everyone who is playing the gap fill. That is pretty awesome. 36. Okay, we upgraded 2. Congratulations. And then 35. Okay. Okay, I upgraded 3. You guys are promising me that you're only allowed to have 3? You're promising me that? Hey, Matt, do you have a membership? Yeah, you can get into the Discord. That's what GoonieTrading.com is. Go to Goonie Trading. It's in the description of the video. It's literally pinned to the top of chat. You can see the pricing, the FAQs, the contact. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns before you sign up, this comes directly to me. So if you have a question that needs to be answered, check this out. It comes like, it's not going to some AI system. It's not going to someone that I pay or don't pay, or a mod that I have chained up in my basement that I randomly give, I don't know, Cheez-Its to. This is coming directly to me. So if you have questions for me, just send it right here and I will do my best. Or if you just want to trade with me, well, first of all, obviously read what's in here, but you could just sign up right there. Shout out to TPT, shout out to Tradeify. These are 2 of my favorite SIMDA-funded firms because they are good for trend-following traders. They're obviously still good for, hang on, I want to throw up Meta. If you happen to be a scalp trader or mean reverting trader or something like that, yeah, they're still going to be good for you. But what's so nice about TPT is, first of all, daily payouts, but there's no consistency. So if you're doing well on a funded account, you could just keep going and going and going. You can ride it as long as the trend is there. On Tradeify, it's also true. They just don't have daily payouts. They have payouts every single 5 days. So you could basically, pay yourself every single Friday. So I do like on Tradeify, I like the Select 150 Blue Pill right here, these flex accounts. And then on TPT, I just trade the 150s. So that's where I'm at. Mag 7 was puking. We got the downside gap fill and the options flow stopped right there at 943. Looking at the S&P 500, people are buying this dip. Specifically, they are starting to buy calls as of 942, and they've been getting out of puts this entire time. So the S&P 500 options flow is showing reversal. The Mag 7 is showing signs of slowing down, while the NASDAQ is actually showing a pop as well. So I would not be looking to revert this personally, just because the options flow is a little bit too strong. Now, obviously, if the option flow starts to puke again, you're good. But intraday TPT, but that's only until you fill out the buffer. That's obviously with TPT, daily payouts, no consistency. It's a give and take. So the intraday drawdown, yes, you have to contest with that, but only until you fill out the buffer. After that, it doesn't matter. So they're not going to have every amazing rule in the book, or they would go bankrupt. If they had end of day and daily payouts and no consistency and no DLL, they literally wouldn't be able to operate a business. So, I mean, at a certain point, you just have to be like realistic. Matt, will you be releasing the show trade indicator to the Discord? Yes. So the Discord is going to be getting that show trade indicator. You're going to be getting the charting panel, and you're going to be getting this momentum indicator. That's just 3 things. We have an entire slate of indicators for NinjaTrader that you're going to be getting, but it's not going to stop there. You're also going to be able to get it for TradingView. We are basically just going to be leveling up the Discord. We are literally right now in the middle of creating more automated bot messages for breakouts, breakdowns, momentum shifts, gap up, gap downs. So the way people have like news alert channels, we're going to have basically kind of like alert channels, price actions of any important thing where we know the stats surrounded by it. So that's all coming in there. And then everyone in the Discord is gonna, like, this is gonna be part of the membership. You're gonna be getting all the indicators and other utilities on NinjaTrader and also on TradingView. So that's just gonna be on top of everything you're already getting. Hang on, let me see if that actually went through. So I need to disconnect and then reconnect. So I try to upgrade 3. All right, you know what? Now that I've showed this all to you, let's disconnect. I just don't want to mess myself up with these accounts and whatnot. Do you know Funded Seat? I do not. I do not. Do not. Maybe they're good, maybe they're not. I could look into them. I have never traded their account. I've seen their name here and there on Twitter, but I don't know anything about it. Oh, I'm getting Discord spam messages. Should we fuck with them? Hi. Hello. How are you doing, Matt? Hi. Really looking for a copy trading service. Do you accept crypto payments? Get alpha accounts. They have DLL, and I already have enough DLL accounts with Apex. I try to not use too many DLL accounts. I could use DLL if I decided to trade MNQ, but right now I'd rather just trade NQ. For me to possibly be successful, like at all, with... So it goes from eval. What does the S stand for? For me to possibly be successful with DLL, I would need to very, very much have to use MNQ. And I'd have to do 5 and 5. So it equals 1 NQ, but I'd have to do some sort of scaling. And also, they just partnered up with Tory Trades, which is absolutely hilarious. The video got such bad reception. Oh, wait, you're saying the advanced alpha has no DLL? Oh. Maybe I'm wrong on this. I thought they all had DLL. Same thing with MFF. And then, like, the industry moves so quickly that a lot of these people, to be competitive, are changing their rule set. They're changing their accounts. So, like, it is something that I need to look into a lot. Like, when I looked into them a couple months ago, there were only DLL options. Same thing with Funded Seat. But then I got a Twitter update that they have an option with no DLL. And you're saying that now Alpha does the same thing. So, like, the industry is moving quite a bit. So it sometimes my knowledge is old. So if I'm wrong on anything, please feel free to call it out. Not the advanced one. Alpha futures. As you can see, I've looked at it before. How it works. I just want to see their accounts. Okay, I understand. So you're saying the advanced. So they have the 0 plan, the standard, and the advanced. Oh my God, $419? Oh, but the drawdown is bigger than normal. Daily loss guard. Yeah, so if I did it, I'd have to do these, and those are expensive. But what's interesting about it, the profit split, you could have up to 3, hold through news. Oh, so there's no consistency, and it's a 90-10 split. Well, I guess that's why it's more expensive. I'll look into it. Yeah, I'll look into it. For sure. I mean, I've never used one. I thought they all had DLL. And like I said, I don't mind DLL. It's just I would have to change, instead of trading NQ, I'd have to go to MNQ to overcome the variance. So it's possible, but it's just a little tough when right now I'm just trading NQ on all these other accounts. So I guess I could copy trade. I could cross trade if I wanted to. But then that would involve me having to trade multiple NQ. See, that's the toughest. Right now, I'm pretty comfortable trading one NQ at a time. Anyway, here's the 3 new accounts. 42. Do I have the copy traders set up right? I think I do. SSS, MFFU, SSS. Okay, so I upgraded 2 of them as of today because in pre-market trading, I was able to hit my target. Very quickly, Matt, you're wrong about F1. NASCAR is way better. Oh, I don't agree with that at all. I don't dislike NASCAR. But I think F1, well, maybe not this season, but not counting this season, I think it was a lot more enjoyable to watch F1. But I must admit, the playoff series in NASCAR is really, really fun, especially the way Netflix does that doc, the breakdown of the playoffs. I really do enjoy it. So I'm not against NASCAR, but I don't know. This season of F1 kind of sucks because of, I don't know, these tree-hugging losers that are kind of ruining it. So for this year, I do agree NASCAR is better. But last year, no, I thought F1. Is MNQ the same as NQ? Yeah, it's just a tenth of the size. So a tenth of the risk, a tenth of the reward. So what I'm saying, for me to be successful, to overcome what's referred to as variance, I would have to trade 10 MNQ, which is equal to 1 NQ, and then I'd have to be scaling in and out of chunks of 5. And that's fine. It's just I would have to be utilizing a system that specifically takes advantage of that setup, which right now it's kind of tough to mix my systems because these other ones are using either 1 NQ or 2 NQ. So I'd have to be running independent systems, and that's fine if, I don't know, everything's working. But then if you mess up your trade copy, or if you mess up, I don't know, if data drops, I don't know. There's just a lot more to pay attention to. So it's possible. It's just I would literally have to change my system, which is fine. And there's an argument that maybe I should be trading MNQ anyway. Yeah, like I'm not necessarily... Oh, fuck, I did not mean to hit that button. I meant to hit indicators, and I want to remove show trades, remove, apply. Okay. So these are the only 3 accounts I could trade on right now. I'll put them up top right here. These 3, they're fresh funded accounts. We're going to see how it goes. Keep it simple. That's kind of my mindset, is trading in itself is hard enough, and then adding in that extra complication. I feel like I need to fully commit. Either I need to be all trading my accounts with MNQ, or I need to be trading them all with NQ, because other than that, it's just like there's too many moving parts in my opinion. But hey, maybe I can figure it out. So, but also that conversation started because of this conversation about Alpha, which apparently they have an account with no DLO. Hey, I just Googled Tori trades. I'm assuming you don't agree with the way she's trading, or the video so badly reviewed. No, I don't agree, because she is selling a $6,500 course that is literally teaching you how to connect highs to highs and lows to lows. And then she's saying on the third test, either buy the breakout or short the breakdown. What I just said is literally what you get for $6,500. And then she's arguing that she made it better by having moderators in there or other coaches. The issue is those coaches are not profitable traders. Literally, one of them just got his first payout ever, and he's already a coach in the platform. So it's more of making fun of the fact that there's that many sad fucking simps in the world who will pay $6,500 to learn how to do what I just did. Can you connect one high to the next high? Can you connect one low to the next low? That is what she's charging $6,500 for. And the sad part is that there's so many simps in this world that they are paying it. They're actually paying it. Like, it blows my mind. It just proves that there's a sucker born every single fucking minute. It just proves that dudes will simp endlessly. It's just, and hey, I mean, I guess flaunt what your mama gave you. I guess I'm not saying I'm any better. If I was one of the few women in the world of trading, I would probably take advantage of it as well. It's just, as a person who runs a premium service, do better than connecting trend lines. She should do OnlyFans. I think one of these days when people figure out that she's a scammer, she's going to honestly be forced into doing something like OnlyFans to keep the money coming in. I mean, she already has an entire simp army. Like, dude, you can't hate the player. You got to hate the game. So I guess I hate that there's so many cucks in this world of trading that they would pay a woman $6,500 just to maybe get attention from her. And I don't blame her for that. I think she's looking at it as a business opportunity. Where I take umbrage is the fact that she's putting almost no effort into that class. Like, it's literally a stupid fucking trendline class. Like, her trendline class, once again, for $6,500, it says, if this touches a third time, play that breakout. That's it. It's connect one point to another point, one high to the next high, and on the third test, play it. There, boom. I just saved you $6,500. That's it. Boom. Like, you got, feel free. If you guys now want to Venmo me $6,500, feel free. I mean, if I cannot wait for this to come up on the third test, just run into a little bit of resistance at VWAP or 50% and then break out and run, and boom, you guys are all going to owe me $6,500. Sounds like you spent $6,500. That's not true. I bought the class twice to make sure I really learned it. You know, I really wanted to make sure I understood all of the content. I wanted to really internalize all of it. So I did not spend $6,500. I spent $13,000. I bought it twice. Why would I not? I mean, if it works that well on the first time, why would it not work doubly? What if it was exponential returns? What if instead of being your new funded account, you passed it? Hey, a referral order. Speaking of that, like I said, what's your Venmo? It is Simpy Cuckmaster 69420. And it's a picture of a chair in the corner, if you need me. I see you spent 13.5. No. So send you 13.5. No, just 13. Poor man, 650. Folks, you don't need to send me super chats. I appreciate it. But yeah, if you need the Venmo, it's Simpy Cuckmaster 69420, and it's a picture of a chair in a corner. Dude, speaking of which, we didn't cover the biggest news of the day. A JP Morgan executive allegedly used her power to sexually harass and abuse a junior male employee, drugging him, subjecting him to racial abuse, and threatening his career. So apparently he was being accused of being a sex slave, is what was happening, or she was accused of having a sex slave in the office. Breaking, JP Morgan received 435 applications in the past hour, 20x their previous high. Dude, the amount of jokes were, God forbid a woman has hobbies. Oh my God, my lobster is too buttery and my steak is perfectly rare. Like, dude, the whole thing is wild. Where do I sign up, dude? That's what everyone was saying. Like, the comments on this are crazy. Dude sounds like a major pussy. What else? Yeah, this is totally real for sure. He then allegedly removed her shirt, began fondling her, and racially insulted. She racially insulted his wife. I bet your little Asian fish head wife doesn't have these cannons. Must be real. It's on the internet. I bet your little Asian fish head wife. What is, I've never heard that as a derogatory statement. A fish head? Your fish head wife doesn't have these cannons. Lucky fucker. Investment banking analyst that chose Morgan Stanley over JP Morgan. Fuck. Has to be the most wild story of the entire year, and we've had a lot of wild stories. I feel sad for her, ruined by some scam attempt. Junior has no responsibilities, is young and nothing to lose. He was like, gonna try to my luck anyway. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Breaking news, JPM gets flooded with resumes. I saw the one Yu-Gi-Oh meme of like, why wasn't I selected? Why wasn't I picked? Like, oh, right here. It should have been me, not him. Dude. Love it. I know this is the breaking news that you guys come here for. You guys want to know about the fish head cannons going on at JP Morgan and why they just got the most applications they've ever gotten ever. And it's because the glamorous JP Morgan execs accused of turning male broker into a sex slave. Yep. I know this is the information you guys come to me for. Uh-oh. The Tory trades, the third test didn't work. No, Tory, what do I do? It didn't work. That $6,500 was a scam. I'm going to charge you guys $6,499. God, you are an idiot. I don't think you're supposed to call God an idiot. I think that's equivalent to taking the Lord's name in vain. But what do I know? I'm not that religious, but pretty sure you're not supposed to say, God, you are an idiot. But hey, if you want to tempt fate, if you want to risk spending an eternity in hell, who am I to stop you? 13K. If this doesn't work right now, can we get cannons in the daily live stream? Maybe, if that's what I have to do to become an exec at JP Morgan. Hey, Matt, what are the three horizontal lines on your chart? The intraday high, low, and 50% retracement. From 9:30 to 10:30, obviously 10:30 hasn't hit yet, so it's the current intraday high, low, and the 50% mark of that. The other things going on your screen are two different VWAPs. VWAP from the session start at 6 p.m. and VWAP start RTH, 9:30 open. It started right there. So two different VWAPs, and then just EMAs. The 10, the 20, and the 50. I keep it simple. VWAPs, high, lows, and EMAs. No pick of the cannons? I don't know. The journalists, as they call themselves, haven't found those photos quite yet. So, I mean, it's the craziest story. How do you see the top quote tweets? Is there a way to do that? Repost. 4.7 thousand bookmarks. Why wasn't I chosen? Sir, job application, JP Morgan. This is Jamie Dimon, the guy running JP Morgan. Sir, job applications are up 686,000% this morning. Dude, the memes of this. Other Indians, when they find out he finally got unlimited bobs and vagine, then cried. Yeah, apparently he cried about it. Not gonna lie, they kind of look like sisters. Oof. This is the chick who is slipping with the reporter slipping with Mike Vrabel, I think, of the Patriots. Here goes nothing. Hey, Lorna, saw your role as executive director at JP Morgan and your CERN background. I'm currently pursuing opportunities in space and would love the value to connect and learn from your experience. Appreciate any guidance you're open to sharing. Here goes nothing. Dude. Oh, dude, this shit. I bet your little Asian fishhead wife doesn't have these cannons. That's going to just be the tagline of this show. Is that? I've never heard of that as a derogatory statement. Fishhead. For all the Asian people in the audience, would you consider that offensive? I don't want to speak for you because I'm a woke individual. So I'm going to come to you guys, my Asian community, and ask you, is fishhead offensive? I've never heard that before. I bet your little Asian fishhead wife doesn't have these. What a fucking savage line. What a line, dude. It just has everything. Like, there's layers to this particular statement. Fishhead, it's old school? Wow, you are so immature. I didn't say it. Wow, dude. You're hating on me for being a journalist? You're hating on me for reporting the news? I'm immature? Is Wall Street Journal immature? Is Bloomberg? Is Business Insider? Is Daily Mail? I'm immature because I'm covering. It's called journalistic integrity. Why don't you look it up? I'm reporting on the potential sexual harassment and rampant racism currently going on at JP Morgan, and you're saying I'm immature because I'm doing the Lord's work right now? You don't even have the balls to report on this type of malfeasance. And then here I am risking my career as a financial streamer, taking on the biggest bank known to man, and you're calling me immature? You're such a fucking fish head. First day at the new job, and boss gave me a cup of coffee. This place is going to be awesome. I'm putting together a team. Giga Stacy, 6-figure salary, owns her apartment, invests in stocks, goes to the gym, doesn't need your approval, lives life on her own terms. I don't compete. I set the standard. Be a Giga Stacy. Don't be a fish head who doesn't have cannons. What the fuck is this? Just gave Kate oral sex. Good night, everyone. This is her vaginal microbiome report, 100 out of 100 score, top 1% of all vagines. Her sample is dominated by the single most productive bacterial species a vagine can host. Only 25 to 30% of reproductive age women globally are dominant, and dominant usually means about 50%. Kate is 98.7. Dude, women in the audience, find a man who does this for you. Honestly, he is gassing her up to the entire internet. The lab found nothing bad to report. This is linked to lower risk of BV, UTIs, yeast infections, HPV. Vagine microbiome is downstream of everything. Sleep, glucose control, stress, gut health. Wow. 100%. Let me guess. I'm immature for reporting on that as well. I'm hitting you with the breaking news from the man who is trying to live forever that he just gave his girlfriend oral, and apparently she has a 100 out of 100 vagine, and that's immature? You know? I can't win with you guys. I'm reporting on the hard-hitting news as the market is getting destroyed, and you guys are telling me that I'm immature? Like I said, it's called journalistic integrity. Look it up. Are you not trading today? Well, I already explained that I made $80,000. And if I see an opportunity, I only have 3 more accounts that I could trade with, but I already made a shitload of money today. That guy's a loser. Sounds like you're jealous, if I'm going to be completely honest. Sounds like you are a wee bit jealous. But I'm currently not in a trade. Well, I have some options trades on, to be honest. But I suppose if you missed it, rewind the stream, but I've already made $80,000 today. Fish Cannon live stream. That's what we need. I can't believe my trend line, my $6,500 trend line course didn't work. Double bottom off of 200. If this trend line gets rejected, I need my money back. Someone said, whoa, NVIDIA. Ooh, NVIDIA is getting clobbered. Meta settled. Tesla. Avago's doing decent percentage-wise. Google, everything's giving it back. AMD's climbing. What about oil? Oil. Is there anything? Russell, rotation. AMD is looking good. Google's up a lot, but it's giving some back. Oh, the bot got back to me. They said, hi, Matt. How are you? And I said, hi. Really looking for a copy trading service. Do you accept crypto payments? They said, yeah, sure. How much can I send the money today? Do you know all about the fish doorbell? Never heard of her. Does JP Morgan require 3 touches? Can I send the money today? Yes, sure. How much? I only have 10K. Matt, do you think you are going to come out with your own trade copier before the end of the summer? Brian, for you, yeah. I swear, if this doesn't break on the third test, I want my money back. I mean, between Tori and between... So once again, hi. I said, hi, really looking for a copy trading service. Do you accept crypto payments? They said, yeah, sure. I said, how much? Can I send the money today? They said, yeah, sure. I said, how much? I only have 10K. Okay, make it 1K first. Can you, if I send 5K, would that get me 5X the return? I'm down a lot. I need to make money fast to fix it. Can you send ERC 20 wallets? Yes. Happy to send ERC 20 wallet. The doorbell is an office obsession. People live stream it, and when the fish shows up, the royal is the fish through a tiny canal door. Sad but true. Oh. All right. So anyway, okay, make it 1K first. Can I send you Can I send on ERC 20 WAS? If I send 5K, would that get me 5X a return? I'm down a lot. I need to make money fast to fix it. Yes, happy to send ERC 20 wallet. To my comment of I'm down a lot, I need to make money fast, he said, okay, hold on. Folks, I know that the trendline class was a scam, but we're going to be making it back. I'm going to be making it back with this copy trade service. I can feel it. Rumble is pumping by a lot. It's up 5% and it's climbing. Here, let me go to the 3-minute to clean up these charts. We're still getting lower highs and lower lows. As you can see, momentum, strong bearish, strong bearish, bearish, strong bearish, and bear breakdown. Not looking so good. Do gaps on futures contracts matter? Yeah, but we got the gap fill last night on NQ already. So that one was already filled. When should I expect a return? When should I expect a return? When should I expect a return? So he just sent me the wallet address. The scammer just sent it to me. And I ask, when should I expect a return? Immediately, you make the payment and I confirm it. Immediately, you make the payment and I confirm it. I will let you know the time to return. I'm talking about a return on my money, the gains. I'm down huge. I really need help. Tomorrow. He said, no problem. I said, I'm down huge. I really need help. No problem. What is the expected return amount? That's a steal. Whoa. That's awesome. Matt, if you don't take the deal, I will. I mean, 2K a day on a 5K investment. That's pretty darn good, dude. I mean, in 3.5 days, I'll be able to pay back for one of these trendline courses. Are you going to make the payment and send a receipt? Just sent the money. All right, here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the address and change it a little bit. 17. I'm going to add a 7 on the end, an extra number. That's the address. Okay, so he sent me his address. I copied it, pasted it, added another number to it. And I'm like, hey, I just sent the money to this address. Show receipt. How? Screenshot of the receipt of the money. The page already updated. We're getting the third test. The magical, mystical third test. Here's your options flow. Mag 7 is still looking pretty freaking brutal. SPX. Ooh, SPX. Interesting. SPX is at the high of the day. People are buying the dip. Mag 7's at the low of the day. NASDAQ is somewhere in the middle. But be careful about this one because Mag 7 is telling one story. S&P 500 is telling a completely different story. He said, screenshot the receipt of the money. And I said, the page already updated. Have you sent it? Yes. I sent 5K. I'm so stoked for these returns. I could just feel this crypto trade. It's going to be really what turns my trading career around. Send confirmation picture. Did you read what I just said? Fish head? Dude, I love it. Fish head. Did you read what I just said? How long until this guy figures out that I'm just fucking with him? I think we need to make these statements more and more deranged. The money is out of my account. I'm excited for the first payment tomorrow. I really need this. My pet bird is super sick and the medication is beyond expensive. Plus, I'm hiding payments to a strip club from my wife. Show me proof of the money. The once again. Fish head. The website already updated. I said, I really need this. My pet bird is super sick and the medication is beyond expensive. Plus, I'm hiding payments to a strip club from my wife. All right. Are we still watching? We're below both VWAPs. Technically, we did have this trend line breakout. Then show me a screenshot. How? I need help. The money is already out of my account. What other proof do you need? Please. I'm going to just all caps. Please help. I really need this money. Jesus. I was told on the third test it's going to break. Fuck, dude. Were we lied to? Let me see a screenshot of the money. Okay. I need a fake screenshot of sending 5K on an ERC20 wallet. The final 4 digits of the recipient wallet is... Let's see if we could do this with AI. He says he needs a screenshot. I need a fake screenshot of sending 5K on the ERC20 wallet. The final 4 digits of the recipient's wallet is... Let's see. This can get really fun. Show receipt. Calling my grandson now to get help with a screenshot. Would a picture with my iPhone work? Oh, fuck yeah. Oh my God, this looks so good. I like how it's May 25th, 2024. Change the date to today. I say, calling my grandson now to get help with the screenshot. Would a picture with my iPhone work? How did this become a Kit Bogus stream? I'm not that good. May 29th. April 30th. 10:22 a.m. The devil's in the detail, folks. The devil's in the details. I can't believe he just overlooked the statement that I said, plus I'm hiding payments to a strip club from my wife. Just didn't care. He just didn't care. Oh my God. Look, it didn't work. What a fucking bummer, dude. I, for one, polishing details. Come on. Give it to me. I wonder what he's going to say back to this. Adding final touches. Hurry the fuck up, brother. Momentum is pretty bearish. SPX ripped, taking a bit of a breather. Mag 7 is getting destroyed. Maybe we're going for it. Here we go. Save image as. It still says April 30th. We're in the... Oh, we are. It is April 30th. Fuck, dude. The date should be April 30th, be April 30th, 2026, 10:22 a.m. The screenshot. Yeah, we gotta fix it. He's gonna catch us. We gotta focus on the details. If we're screwing with, we can't make a silly mistake like this. Matt, you're incriminating myself. I'm incriminating myself doing what? What crime am I committing? Incriminating means you are admitting to a crime. What crime am I currently committing? Explain that to me. Some people are so stupid in this world, with this comment being obviously one of them. You're incriminating yourself. You're incriminating yourself by showing us doing something that's not illegal. There we go. Dude, we are cooking. Save image as. All right, we're sending it. Hopefully that's the right one. That's a good photo. AI is getting scary good at this. My wallet. I slightly changed his wallet. 5,000 ETH, gas fee, transaction hash, the date. I changed the time. We got the right. Dude, this is looking good. This is looking good. All right, we're on to him. I said, would a picture from my iPhone work? So that even looks better now with my iPhone. This looks good, folks. Oh, no. Trendline breakout. Trendline breakout. Is the 19th try? Is this the money move right here? How's Flo looking? I'm so excited for him to respond. Come on. Give me your response. Here's the look at Flo. Mag 7 starting to pick up. S&P 500 is going. All right, so the first hurdle is 88, then 300, then 31, and then back up to 64. Lots to watch. Lots to watch. My lobster's too buttery. Momentum's still pretty bearish. Well, 30 minutes for trying to recover. Nothing back. My lobster. We're at that. You could have, I don't know, maybe around 40 or 50. Not necessarily the easiest entry on this one. The risk. Do we just go for it? Like, do we think we're going to recover today? Or is this all a fake out? I mean, it could just get... I don't want to chase it. I want, like, some form of a pullback. Even a pullback to 50, maybe. Still no response from the scammer. I still like this pussy in chat. Matt, you're incriminating yourself as if it's a crime to fuck with a scammer. Like, where do people come up with this shit? Like, where in their brain are they like, yep, that's what I need to be saying right now? Retesting trend line. No, I didn't get to that chapter in the trend line course. Was that an important trend line update? Did I miss that? Was that an important chapter? I knew I should have watched it all. Shit, it is. What chapter was that? Do I need to rewatch it? I need to buy the class a third time now. Just my luck. Just my luck. Well, I need a refund. Chapter 15, the retest. The retest. It starts off with, if you fish heads want cannons, bro, do your Discord members have access to my robots? Some of them. I have many, many robots. Remember, my background is computer science and statistics. I've been doing indicators, algo trading, statistical study of the market now for almost a decade. And I've been trading for longer than a decade. So I have met like hundreds of these types of things. My favorite chapter is 6.9. You have to pay extra for that? Shit. I can't believe it. 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 Question for all of you. It's kind of objective, but it's also kind of subjective. Who is your least favorite trader, influencer, guru in the prop space? So specifically in the prop space, futures, options, whatever. All the people who are basically like me trying to shill an affiliate link, who is like by far your least enjoyed? Like who do you actively despise? Wendy. Who the fuck is Wendy? The first person is a name of, like, I literally have never heard of that human. Wendy. Fucking Wendy. Kohrs. That guy's a fucking puss. Holy complex reversals, Batman. Well, it's because you didn't get to the right chapter yet in the class. Kohrs. Ricky's not in the prop space. He's just a wannabe, like, options trader. Who the fuck is Clay Trades? You, Kohrs, day trading with Mac. That guy's a giant pussy. PW is abrasive. Well, I'm abrasive. TJR, all ICT traders. Least favorite, Kohrs for sure. The Duval guy. Who's Duval? You guys are listening, people, and like it's kind of weird because this is my job to pay attention. Interesting. So by far, you guys dislike Kohrs the most. D's trading, D's nuts trading. Warren Buffett. Imagine if Warren Buffett started shilling. Warren Buffett starts a YouTube channel. He's like, hey guys, use my affiliate code Oracle of Omaha. Or you could just type in Omaha and you're going to get the best deal on TPT. You're going to get the best deal on Tradeify. What up? What up, fam? It's me, Warren Buffett. We're going to start off with another solid NQ trading session. Remember, best deal at Apex is going to be with code Omaha, 90% off. That would be, what a fucking pivot that would be. Old man Buffett fires up the camcorder and starts ripping affiliate links. It would be hype, dude. I'd be fucking stoked. I would be so stoked he's there. All right, fam. He starts like talking shit like a Gen Z. Isn't Omaha Peyton Manning's code? Maybe. I mean, he called like what, Omaha for audibles or whatever the fuck it was. But Warren Buffett's known as the Oracle of Omaha because Berkshire Hathaway is based in Omaha, Nebraska. All he does is buy stock and hold all trade. He just sits there. He's like, all right, we're going to do this again. He just sits there reading the newspaper for like 8 hours straight. People would call him a scammer. Yeah. He would get a guy who's made billions of dollars. He'd get one trade wrong, and everyone in chat would be like, what a fucking loser. This guy doesn't know how to trade. As he's making millions of dollars a day in like Coca-Cola dividends. Like, God, he doesn't know shit. I'm buying a Tory trades class. I'm going to go use Rocket Scooter AI because they're so much better. Like, that would probably legit happen. Buffett is a freaking fish head. Yeah, they'd call him a fish head. Be like, this fucking fish head. Well, I feel like the trend lines are not working for us today, to be completely honest. We had a chance to bounce there for a second, but every time it hits, I need to redraw it because they're all fake outs. Honestly, that was a pretty good short right there. Little VWAP rejection, little breakdown short. You go short at 54, you're risking 75. Boom, your stop's at break even. You have a free play. Martin Shkreli. I actually learn a lot from Martin Shkreli in the content he puts out. Like, I know that people don't like him because he's the farmer bro and they think he raised the price of insulin, which is just factually not true. In fact, he didn't even go to prison at all for anything related to the price of drugs. Granted, he didn't do anything to help his own case and explain what was going on. And whether he's immoral or not, that's not really the question here. The question is, can you learn from him? And the dude is smart as fuck, like crazy smart. SPY isn't following the flow. Not yet. Well, it kind of is. I don't know. The flow, intraday high, popped, went flat, trying to pop right now. Mag 7 is hanging out at the low of the day, and the NASDAQ is right here. People don't listen to him because he's a sociopath. He might be a sociopath. That's fair, but he's still smart. Like, those aren't necessarily correlated. Actually, I think there is a correlation. I think sociopaths on average do have a higher IQ. Lock 900. Hell yeah. I'm pouring some rum into and raising my glass. Enough smart people that are not sociopaths to learn from, right? Wait. What's wrong with learning from a sociopath? Just arbitrarily because what? They don't maybe have the same moral compass as you means you're not going to learn from them. I mean, maybe you don't want to learn from them on like moral matters, like as in subjects that relate to morality. But if he's going to teach you about fundamental analysis, like what does that have to do with it? He reminds me of Jughead from the Archie magazines. Well, literally anything you say does not matter because you thought it was illegal to fuck with a scammer. Matt, just go post some clips of you at the gym and I'll pay $7K to whatever you're selling. Dude, I've been crushing the stair stepper lately. Fucking crushing the stair stepper. So I took a couple days off when I had the sniffles, but now I'm back to doing 150 flights a day. And it's actually 156 because my stair stepper is not counting my effort appropriately, which is kind of bullshit. But anyway, I'm actually doing 156 because my stair stepper thinks that 17 steps is a flight when a real flight is actually 16. So whatever. So I'm doing an extra step per flight. And then obviously by the time you do that math over 150 flights, you're actually doing an extra. Wait, is that not right? My math? It might be an extra 7. It might be an extra 7 flights, whatever it is. I'm doing plus 150 and I'm doing it sub 27 minutes is where I'm at. So I don't know. Similar to dry January, I decided to do, I don't even know if I told you guys about this. Stop with the F-bombs. Well, now I just want to say it even more. I don't think I said faggot. Did I? If I did, I'm sorry. That's an inappropriate word and no one should be using it. No one should be using that word. It might have been cool in the 90s. It might have been super cool in the early 2000s. But you guys need to know that it is not cool anymore. You should not say that word. How dare you accuse me of saying that? If we had a graph of how cool it was to say that word, it was up and up and up, and now it's not. Now it is not. Now the cool thing is to say fish head. All right. If this trend line doesn't work, you need 3 trend lines that all 3 fail, and then you have a real shot. Then you have a real shot. But until that moment, you don't. How many times are we going to try here? F didn't bomb earnings. I mean, the fact that people get so up in arms about how people talk, like, dude, take a chill pill. I understand that you're going through life with a helmet, but you don't need to. You know? Is this a real reversal? Is this a real trend line breakout? How many trend line breakouts are not going to happen? I paid so much money for this class, and they're just not working. They're just not working. I feel like I've been bamboozled.
Order filled. Order submitted.
All right. Nothing tells you you're watching a good trader like a person who is buying long, going long when momentum is bearish, 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 below VWAP, below VWAP. The market's been doing nothing but vomiting. Folks, this is the top tier content that you come to watch. A guy who rips it long on brand new accounts. He's just going for it. I'm already down $2. Fuck. Motherfucking fish head. I'm never going to recover. I'm down $7. 246, 34, 34. I'm down $7.02 already. Out of the gate. How could this happen to me? On the day of my daughter's wedding. Well, hang on. Someone did Venmo me $6.50 earlier today. So I'm actually only net down 52 cents. So that actually makes me feel a lot better. Below VWAP. Yeah, there's nothing good about this trade. I'm telling you guys. I'm letting you guys know. I bought just below resistance against momentum on a day that everything is selling off. You know? Sometimes you just have to test the market gods and find out, do they shine upon you? Yeah, I'm literally buying at resistance. I'm doing the opposite of what you should be doing. But every once in a while, you just have to lob something out into the universe and find out, does God exist? Do you guys remember when, what the fuck's that chick's name? Everyone hates her. Blonde, pixie cut, soccer player, something Rapone. Maggie Rapone? Megan Rapone. Megan Rapone? Do you guys know who I'm talking about? Is that her name? Megan Rapone? Megan Rapone. Megan. Remember her last game? How she decided that God doesn't exist because, dude, this is the most wild logic ever. So she got injured in her final game of her entire career. She like fucked up her leg or her knee or something. But like the main point here is that she was injured in her final Rapinoe, Megan Rapinoe. You guys know who I'm talking about. The point is that she decided God does not exist because she was injured in her last game. So she's like, if you need, I'll just find you the clip. Megan, you said her name, Megan Rapinoe. God doesn't exist. But due to the fact that she was injured in her last game, she's like, there's proof. Oh, torn Achilles. Right here. If you guys think I'm amazing, like, understand the logic that has to go into this. Megan Rapinoe says injury during championship game is proof God doesn't exist, which is really funny because to many other people in this world, it was definitive proof that God exists. Like, it was like, it's so funny to me that the exact same piece of, I guess, information, the exact same event, many other people were like, well, actually, like, I was on the fence. I was on the fence about this one. But you know what? Like, I'm starting to see what's up here. Like, to her and to her ex-girlfriend or wife, it might be viable proof that God does not exist. I guess this happened back in 2023. U.S. soccer star Megan Rapinoe did her best to laugh off an injury she suffered in the final match of her career on Saturday. Rapinoe went down in the 6th minute. In the post-match conference, Rapinoe said she was going to go get the Aaron Rodgers treatment to try to recover from the injury. She said she would reach out to him, to whoever did his surgery. I'm not a religious person or anything, and if there was a God, like, this is proof that there isn't. That's effed up. It's just effed up. 6 minutes, and I ate my Achilles. So, obviously, to Ms. Megan here, it is proof that God does not exist. But then to many other people in this world who find her so incredibly intolerable, like, hold the phone. Maybe the big man upstairs is paying attention. Where was I going with that? Oh, I feel like that's what I'm doing with this trade. Sometimes you have to fight the exact opposite of what's happening in real time just to test if you are in the favor of market gods. That's what I am doing. I'm just arbitrarily buying the bottom and hoping that it is the bottom and seeing if we can bounce from here. So do I have a reason for this? God, no. But what I do have reason for is to see if I am currently in good standing with the market gods. I'm not even wearing my lucky shirt, folks. Do you see a Buffalo shirt in front of you? The answer to that is a strong no. No. This trade, if you guys are coming in here and you're like, but Matt, what's the logic behind this trade? It's exclusively to see if the market gods like me. Oh, wait, I should move this up by a little bit to pay for my commissions. 15 buckaroos. Lunch is on me. Literally just saying, nope, not going to get rejected at strong resistance. It's a technical high. It's VWAP. Like, this is such, it's three. So, okay, it's a recent high. It's a psychological level and it's VWAP. And I'm going long right beneath it. What a narcissist to say that it is final proof of God. That's what I'm trying to point out here. Chris Williams, you're stealing my thunder. Listen, buddy. You paid to be in my show. I didn't pay to be in your show, Chris. Stop stealing my jokes, all right? You're heckling me, ruining the show for everyone else. Best to keep the profit under 4,500 a pass, right? No, these are funded accounts. I think that's what the S stands for. S is S for funded, as everyone knows in the MFF community. MFFUS, S is funded. I don't know what the other ones. My Funded Futures University funded, rapid, super funded. Is that what it stands for? Oh, crowd work, unmatched, Matthew. You know, maybe I'll be the next Matt Rife, or maybe Matt Rife will be the next Matt Kohrs. You never know. You never know. You never know. Did you guys know that I have really, really big news to tell you next week? Did you guys know that? Simulated funded. Oh, it doesn't stand for funded. The S stands for simulated, not for funded. Wait, the scammer never got back to me. Fuck. Where's the scammer? Oh, he's away. Hello? Did you get the money? My wife is really yelling at me. She said you're trying to scam me. Please tell me that's not true. Apex money coming? No. Well, I would love to tell you that next week. I would love to, you know. He took the receipt and ran. I'm surprised he didn't notice that I slightly changed the wallet address. I'm surprised he's not freaking out and being like, I didn't get the money, and then looks at the wall and he's like, you typed in the wrong one. Rum. Can you guys let me know if we hit VWAP? Doesn't matter. My stop's already break even. Who gives a fuck? Dude, I love AI. AI is awesome. 5-minute breakout, 3-minute breakout. Rum is crushing. Hands up if you are trading Rum, invested in Rum, paying attention to Rum stock or options or swaps or anything like that. How many of you are paying attention to Rum? Because, bro, it's the most undervalued AI play. It is by far the most undervalued AI play. I don't have any options, but I do have stock. Fun fact, I think at 715, that's when the CEO is a billionaire. I think above and below, if you look at his equity ownership in the company, above 715, he's personally a billionaire. Below 715, I don't think he is. If you just do the reverse math on how many shares he has. Invested in Rub heavier than I should be. Invested. Yes, I'm in Rub for years ago. Me too. I think my average fill is around like $5, something like that. So I'm stoked about this. It is kind of a short squeeze play. I think the short interest is around 26%. So there's about $200 million of people who could get blown out. And like that makes it exciting, I guess, to watch in the short term. But to be clear, if it squeezes, I think that's cool. Like I think it's fun. It'll give me content and it'll give us something to talk about. But I want to be clear. I am not in it for a short squeeze. Yes, it would be fun. But if I'm in it for a short squeeze, that means I'm actively trading it. And I would actually prefer to not actively trade it. I would actually much more prefer to be just invested in it in the long term. And they have 22,000 GPUs. I want to see that number get bigger. I want to see them be a main infrastructure player in this world of AI. I think the next decade, the next 2 decades are going to be huge for AI, for data centers, for GPU rentals. And I would love to see Rumble be a major player in the AI infrastructure. I want them to be selling the shovels in a gold rush. And that's what I hope continues to happen. They're already making the initial steps for it, and I just hope that they can execute on it as a company. But as of right now, I'm looking pretty good. Hey, we're at VWAP. You guys didn't tell me. Do you know how degenerate it is for me to not be taking money right now? The chance of a VWAP breakout without a legitimate 20, 50-point pullback, that's crazy. Like, to just be saying, no, not only are we going up to VWAP, but we're going to break without a pullback, that's just not good trading. Rum is a mess? What are you talking about? Rum will get shifty on the 9th? Are you talking about earnings? What's on the 9th? You're my new favorite streamer. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't put that on me. There's a lot better streamers out there. Riley Reed. Lana Rhodes. I'm trying to think of that other chick's name. Leo Lulu. Sophie Rain. Trust me, I should not be on the top of your list of favorite streamers. Who? Love Sasha Grey. Yeah, I think it says a lot more about me. It says a lot more about you than it does me if I'm on Sarah J, Jenna Jameson, kind of a old school throwback. What's a long squeeze? Probably what they're referring to is a gamma squeeze, but like a squeeze. Well, gamma squeeze can go either way, but a short squeeze specifically goes to the upsize. What is this rally? It's people buying and selling at a higher price than previously. Would you consider a trailing stop loss to protect profits? Yeah, I would consider it and then do something like, nah, that's lame. That's if I were to give you a real-time example of me considering a trailing stop loss, it would look a little something like this would be my inner dialogue. I probably wouldn't say anything like out loud, but just to give you guys like, this is going to be me behaving as my inner dialogue, if that makes sense. So start scene. Wow. Chat is watching me long at 256. What a fucking great trade that was. Oh, all right. We took out VWAP. Oh, okay. We took out recent highs. Oh, options flow is picking up. Oh, man. We even took out the second VWAP and it didn't even stop. I wonder if I should use a trailing stop loss. That would probably be smart. I guess everyone watching on the show would be able to see me manage my risk better, especially given the past 4 trading days were pretty rough. Maybe you need not only a financial win, but maybe you need a social media win so people don't think you're so degenerate. Maybe it's smart to trail it here. Yeah, that's probably the right thing to do. Nah, fuck that. End scene. It's honestly not far off from my exact inner dialogue. Like, maybe not perfect. I might have not gotten exactly the tonality, but it's there. It is definitely there. I don't know. Folks, this was not a strategy trade. I just hit fucking buy because I got bored. Maybe I should manage it at a certain point. Oh, brother, oh, mother, oh, brother, oh, mother, oh, mother, oh, brother. Is anyone else bummed out that all the trend lines didn't break until like 14 tries later? I feel like I need a refund. You think this trend line is going to break? Are you not adding to your position? Not on this one. Move your stop loss to VWAP. Whatever you say, fish head. What I would prefer to do, and hear me out. All right, let me draw this one out. I know I'm most of the time. Hang on, let me hide this. All right, so just so we can draw. Okay, I am long at 56. So just so you guys understand, I am long right here. Okay, so the yellow long is, or the yellow horizontal line is my entry, something like that. I'm long here. As you can see, I'm up about 2.8K per account. I'm trading on 3 of the accounts. Okay, so I want to give you my trading plan. Most of the time, I reserve this for the Discord, but in an effort to get you guys to sign up for the Discord, I'm going to break down this trade completely, fully, so we're all on the same page, so you can better understand exactly what I'm trying to do. And obviously, I hope this logic helps you, so then you can trade this way and then make enough money where the Discord is effectively free. So the breakdown I'm about to get you, to be clear, is exactly the type of breakdowns I do in the Discord to explain the thought process, the entry, the exit, like kind of really like reviewing this here. So just this chart right here, this chart looks a little bit better. So once again, I am long at 56. I went long at, I don't even know what time. I went long at 10:45. Okay. So you guys saw me go long. Here's the overall trade plan is I am long. I'm up 120 points right now. So maybe 2.4K, something like that. But here is what I want to see. Where's the drawing tool? Where the fuck's the drawing tool? Why do they hide this on me every single fucking time I'm trying to teach you guys something? Brush. Okay. So that's the brush. I went long here, somewhere at like 56. What I'm looking to do, how did they hit it again on me? Okay. So obviously it's pumped up nicely. And then the question is are we going to hold VWAP? I mean, VWAP, we took out RTH VWAP. We now took out this VWAP at 55. So here's my plan is at 55, which is VWAP, what I want to do is tell myself that if it doesn't hold VWAP, I'm going to get out and capture my 100-point gain, 2K per account. These are funded accounts. I'd be making 6K. That's a good day on top of the 80K I already made. But what I really want to do is tell myself that that's my plan. And then hear me out. This is where it gets really crazy, is when it comes down here, I want to take my profits, or that's what I want my trading plan to be. But what I'm going to do is when it dips a little bit more, I'm going to come up with some sort of reason of like, oh no, what about 50 as support? What about this recent low? I'm going to come up with reasons to stay in it. And then what I'm going to do is ride it all the way back down. And then I'm going to get knocked out for no money. So that's really the plan, is I'm going to keep coming up with reasons of why the second it touches VWAP, I don't actually have to get out and be like, no, give it a little bit more room to 48. Okay, the 50% IB is at 332. Okay, what about this swing low at 315? Well, if it breaks 315, oh, no, you might as well, like, it could bounce off at 300. Well, if it takes out 300, there's this VWAP. Well, at that VWAP, the swing low is 73. And then at that point, like, why? Like, you might as well just leave your stop at break even, because no one wants to get wicked out at 71 just for it to go all the way back up. So what I'm doing is I'm going to tell myself that if it touches 54, I'm going to get out. But in reality, I'm going to quickly justify 48. Then I'm going to justify 32. Then I'm going to justify 314. Then I'm going to justify 300. Then I'm going to justify 288. Then I'm going to justify 73. And then as soon as it hits 72, I know that I'm fucked. But at that point, you might as well just see if you could get lucky, because at that point, that means it's fallen 130 points. So you might as well mean revert back up. So that's the plan. I don't know how else to explain it. No, you're going to add that's for the advanced class. That's folks, I'm just hitting you with chapter 1 of the type of stuff we do in there. Adding when it starts to break down, that's more for the advanced trading for sure. That's it's there, and I'll do it. I've been known to do it. I don't want to hit you guys with a fire hose of information right now. We're going to be doing it right here. I'm telling you, this is step 1. Step 1 is justifying the VWAP test, and then it doesn't bounce. The plan is playing out perfectly. It doesn't get better than this. Justify, be like, dude, it's going to bounce at VWAP. It's going to bounce at VWAP. It's going to bounce at VWAP. And then you're like, okay, well, that's 53, but the buyers might be at 50. And then it breaks 50. Well, IB 50% is 32. It's playing out perfectly. And the best part of this plan is no one can stop me. Oh, fuck. Actually, side note, question. Are these unrealized drawdown? Because that actually does change it, because it did go I think they are. That's how I blew some out earlier this week. I didn't realize they were unrealized drawdown, right? Can someone clarify that one? Can anyone are they unrealized? That changes the math of it. It means I should actually legitimately get out, because it pumped all the way up to 400. So that's eating into my drawdown at this point by 30 points. Is he going to do it, folks? Members of the Peanut Gallery, will Matt Kohrs be moving his stop to the appropriate level? That's the real question. Well, stay tuned to tomorrow's episode to find out. If you haven't already and you want a TPT account, use code Goonie, 40% off. Daily payouts, no consistency rule in funded. Tradeify, similar deal, 40% off, code Goonie, and no consistency, but instead of daily payouts, you can get it every 5 days. But once again, if you are a trend following trader the way I am, Tradeify, TPT are pretty awesome for you. So just wanted to put that out to everyone before I let you go. I'm going to go hang out in the Discord if you want to trade with me, learn from me, mentored by me, talk shit with me, look at memes with me, figure out all the world's problems with me. That's what the Discord is for, GoonieTrading.com. And I know the trend line classes didn't work today, but that's just because the market and the dark pools are getting so advanced that they're starting to hunt, like the way they were hunting ICT positions, they're now starting to hunt Tory trade trend line positions. So you have to understand that the system's really, really profitable. It's just that it's so profitable that the market at large is starting to come after them. So just want to put that out there. That's the only reason it didn't work, because normally it works all the time. Anywho, that's what I have for you. We'll be posting some shorts later on today, and then we'll be streaming once again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., bright and early for Payday Friday. Peace.